Hello, welcome to Scott's Thoughts. This is episode 1. I haven't hosted a TV car talk show before, so I have a script here so that I make sure I tell you all the proper information. I'm kidding. Welcome. Okay, let's get into this really quick. What is the best thing about the Slate truck? I'm going to tell you, don't worry. What is the Slate truck? Well, that's what we're going to start with. You might not have heard of the Slate truck before. It is new. They haven't even started production. It's not even out. You probably haven't seen one. Slate Auto makes it. Again, never heard of Slate Auto. They only build one thing, and they're only going to build one thing, and that's the Slate truck. One of their mottos, all about doing one thing well. Probably heard that before. The Slate truck is a radically, and I quote, radically simple electric pickup truck that can change into whatever you need it to be, even an SUV, at a price that's actually affordable. We'll talk about more of that later. And then in parentheses, it says, no, really, for real. Now that's a huge claim coming from a brand new car company. So we'll see. One interesting aspect I want to mention is that the company is backed by Jeff Bezos, the Amazon guy. So they've kind of got some help here that potentially could get them off to a great start. The Slate truck, as you can see from this photo, is a blank slate. That's how it comes. Completely simple, just gray, small electric truck with very little amenities. However, and this is the cool part about it, you can customize it however you want. To an extent, of course, but I mean, you can add different bumpers for the front and back. You can add a roof rack, which for a truck isn't normal, but that's because you can add an SUV kit to it, which includes a normal SUV, a fastback, and one of those roll cage open back things. That's crazy for a truck. And for a small truck like this, I mean, that you can add seats in the back so that more people can fit. That's just incredible, right? You can add a lift kit. You can add light upgrades, which don't kind of make sense. They shouldn't need upgrades. They should just be lights. They should work fine. You can add different tire styles, color. You can add like these aero cover things. You can do different tread types. And then the interior is you can add different colors, different like fabric colors and all of that, and accents and cool like logo things, super dope. But another thing, and this kind of is a little weird, they have crank windows. Crank windows. A 2026 brand new truck has crank windows. I mean, I forgot to mention, this is going to start production in the fourth quarter of 2026, and it has crank windows as standard. I mean, that's just crazy. And not only that, I believe I read that they're not even cheaper. They're actually more expensive. It's just that Slate believes that they worked more with the brand. Yeah, I like crank windows, but do I want my truck to be more expensive? Not really. So it has incredible customization ability. And that's the basis of it. That's what makes it so special. That comes at costs, though. Okay? It doesn't come with an infotainment system. Like no speakers, no nothing. Okay? It gives you a little bracket for your phone or tablet. You can pay $500 for like an infotainment system touchscreen thing, but then you're getting into less inexpensive territory there. But you can also buy an upgrade that is a bracket for a speaker to hold. I mean, is it really that difficult to just add speakers? And is it really that much cheaper too? I mean, I'd rather you take out the crank windows and put normal windows and give me some speakers. I don't know. Anyways, it's an electric vehicle, super cool truck, rear wheel drive truck. Okay, so you have incredible torque just on the rear wheels, so you can go drifting, which is going to be awesome. It's one of the reasons people are going to buy it. in the rain, you'll be able to go around every corner sideways, pretty much. So super cool. Let's get into the battery a little bit. 150-mile range standard. That's not very much, okay? I would be very worried going out commuting to work if I'm only at like 60%, okay? Because not only that, but the range is going to depend on so many different things. Like if you have the SUV kit, you're going to have more weight on the car. Is that going to decrease the range too much? If your tread size is bigger, that's going to probably decrease the range. It's not great in that category. However, they do advertise it as just a daily commuter. So if you're only going 25 miles to work and then 25 miles back, it works and it's fine. You can upgrade it for $5,000. You can upgrade it to 240 miles. That's only 90 miles for $5,000. That's a whole other new used car. Is that really worth it too? I guess that's for you to decide. Now, these ranges, they say on the website, in quotations, Slate's projected range estimates are based upon the EPA test cycle, and official EPA estimated ranges will be provided when available. Now, I understand their production doesn't start for another year, but if you're taking reservations, shouldn't you be telling people how good the car actually is? And we'll get into the reservations a little later. They're pretty fair, but I just feel like there should be some sort of honesty there. And maybe they're being as honest as they can be right now, but with a ranges as small as these, I don't know. The charging on this is normal. It does have access to Tesla superchargers, which will be super convenient because of the infrastructure that they are building. It's pretty standard. At 120 volts, it's going to add 2 to 5 miles per hour, and overnight only 20 to 50. So it's there if you need it. If you're at like the library or something and you just got to plug it in real quick, sure. Residential and commercial 240 volt is going to add around 25 to 40 miles per hour, full charge in 48 hours. So overnight, it's going to be ready for you if you remember to plug it in. That's fine, right? Fast charging, on the other hand, is, and I quote, 20 to 80% charge in 30 minutes. Now, that's like the weatherman saying 1 inch in 4 hours. Does that mean that in the span of 4 hours, it's gonna rain 1 inch? Or in 4 hours, it's just gonna instantly drop 1 inch of rain? It's a little not really clear there. I'm guessing, though, it says that between 20% and 80%, it's going to charge that much in 30 minutes. I don't know why 0 to 20 and 80 to 100 doesn't charge fast enough. I can't remember in my engineering classes why that is, but again, beside the point, just remember that. So 30 minutes is pretty quick. Sometimes not quick enough, but that's okay. Now, the size of the truck. Now, this is an important one. It is much smaller, as you can see from this picture. It's much smaller than a Chevy Silverado. It's a bit smaller than the Ford Maverick. It's kind of the same height, but the front bumper is just a little bit taller on the Ford Maverick. And the Ford Maverick has more seats in the cabin, so it's a little longer. But then this picture shows the 1985 Toyota SR5 pickup. And you can see it's actually quite a bit bigger than that, the Slate truck is. However, it's not that much bigger. That Toyota pickup truck is a fantastic vehicle, and there are rarely any cars that are that size anymore, if ever. And to see a truck that's coming out that size is actually really cool to see. The Slate truck, the cargo bed's 5 feet long, great, whatever. It does have a frunk, which is obviously pretty cool. Put your groceries in there. It's rear-wheel drive, so it's not all-wheel drive, which means that the towing capacity isn't very good. It's only 1,000 pounds, and these are projected numbers. A 1,400-pound payload, which isn't great. But if you compare it to the Ford Maverick with the 2-liter EcoBoost engine, that only has a 1,500 pound payload, which is also not very good. So you're kind of making the Slate truck look a little better there. However, the towing capacity on the Ford Maverick is much better. It's 2,000 to 4,000 pounds. The 1,000 pounds, you're not going to be towing anything. The people buying the Slate truck aren't going to be towing things or putting stuff in the back of their truck very much. It's just not the audience here. The audience is people who want to share their identity with the world through their car, which is a lot of what the car enthusiasts love to do. You can see them in the JDM cars all the time. Going into safety features, this is also a little incredible. It's designed, now it hasn't gotten it yet, I believe, but it's designed to get a 5-star USN cap crash rating. If that gets it, that'll be incredible. I mean, this is a small truck. Again, getting a 5-star, you're going to be completely safe. Small vehicles, people think it's not as safe. This is 5-star. You're going to be fine. It's got traction control. I hope you can turn it off. It has electronic stability control. You're probably not going to even feel it. Forward collision warning and automatic emergency braking. It's got all the airbags. Remote keyless entry. Great. Pedestrian identification. I don't exactly know what that means. I don't know if it like, oh, that's James over there from Safeway. It like can know who it is from like your contacts or whatever. Or if it just like, oh yeah, there's a pedestrian there. I can see there's a pedestrian there. I don't need the car to tell me, but whatever. It has a backup camera. And this one's incredibly stupid. Auto high beam. I mean, I don't remember the last time I used my high beams. Do people use them other than to tell the person to get out of the way if they're going slow in the left lane? I mean, come on. And how does the car know when it's the right time to use the high beams? When it's far enough away from the person in front and it's dark enough you need them? It doesn't make sense. It's whatever. This truck is advertised as an affordable $20,000 truck. Now, if that were true, that would be immensely impactful on the automotive industry. However, it's not quite true anymore. So, first of all, you can reserve a Slate truck for $50, fully refundable. That's actually kind of a great deal. That's pretty cool. The starting price is $27,500, not $20,000. $20,000 would be if you got the federal incentives. However, those are gone, so you don't quite have that leeway anymore to get it to $20,000. Not sure what Slate Auto is going to do about that. They kind of advertised it as a under $20,000 truck, but $30,000 truck is not great, to be honest, anymore. So we'll see how that goes. And plus, additional battery is $5,000. The custom wrap is $1,500. The infotainment system's another $500. It's just, we're getting into a $35,000 truck here, and at that money, you can get a new Toyota GR Corolla. And I know which one I would personally buy. That's for sure. There may be some state incentives, but I didn't check for you. I'm sorry. And honestly, I wouldn't bank on it. The best thing about the Slate truck, it could be anything. It could be its customizability. It could be its rear-wheel drive, high torque, small pickup truck. But it's actually the fact that it's a small truck that I think people will actually buy. Now, right now, there are too many big cars, too many big trucks, SUVs, not enough small cars, not enough hatchbacks, not enough small pickup trucks. And I think this has the potential to reroute the automotive industry into going to more small form factor cars again. So I really think that the best thing about the Slate truck is that it could offset the automotive industry into making smaller cars again. That's just the truth. Now, the last thing we have is super cool. I'll show you. Come here. This is what I wanted to show you. So I was thinking, car talk show, it's super fun to talk about cars. Everyone likes to do it, right? However, the production company didn't give me enough money to actually have and drive cars on the show. So I thought, okay, what's another way I can show cars? Well, I thought if I have some sort of perpendicular vertical structure that I can put all of the cars that I think are awesome on it in some way, maybe some that I don't think are awesome. All the cars that we review on this channel and go over, I can put on this vertical structure. I went even further and went, okay, maybe it's cars that I would actually buy with my own money, or cars that I wouldn't buy with my own money. So I present to you the buy board. It's genius. It truly is. So on this side, we have all the cars that I wouldn't buy. And on this side, we have all the cars that I would buy. Pretty simple. Now, for our first one, the Slate truck. This one's pretty difficult because it's super expensive. It's $30,000, and for what it is, it just doesn't make sense. It's hard to justify. However, it is kind of fun. The customizability of it, the aesthetics, the look, the rear-wheel drive small pickup truck that you can drift in the rain, that makes it pretty cool. But then you start again thinking, okay, it is $30,000 for a car that only goes 150 miles. But most days I don't go 50 miles. So it's kind of okay. And honestly, it is kind of okay. I think I would buy it. I think I would. I think I would buy it. Look at that. All right, our first car on the buy board. It's Slate truck, and it's a buy. Look at that. All right. Well, thank you very much for attending today's program. Next week, we're going to talk about something pretty interesting. The new Ferraris and why they're going with the sort of look that they're going with. I think you'll enjoy it. I'll see you next week.